There's a mystery. It's a mystery. Hello and welcome. Four welcomes. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. I am Mitch. This is Unseen Universe, and we are back. We are back again. So that's three. Is it the second or third stream? I've lost track. We went away on holiday. We came back, and we've gone mental. So welcome to everybody. We are here. It's Sunday night. We don't normally do streams Sunday night, but again, as usual, I've got lots and lots to do. Got loads of slings. We've got 5 different slings and a mystery. That's right, guys. We have a mystery invert, which I may or may not give you clues to as the stream goes on. So welcome, everybody. But first, before we say hello to everybody, let's introduce my right-hand man, my partner in crime, helping me, helping you, helping everybody. It's Gavilar from Impossible Invert.
Hey up.
Hey up. All right, Gav.
Hey up.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, not bad.
You good? Good? Feeling good today?
Yeah, long time no see.
Long time no see. It's like we don't see each other for ages, do we? In between seeing each other. So, yes, it's all good. Gav's been here with me today. Well, not with me. Gav's been in here in the shed looking after everything, and I've been in the house looking after everything. So together we look after everything. So there you go. So anyway, enough of that. Welcome to everybody. Welcome everybody in the chat. Gav, who have we got in the chat tonight?
Jaden did it. How's his return?
Jaden did it again. I'd love to know what Jaden did do, but he did it, whatever it was. Welcome, Jaden. Thanks so much, my friend. That's 2 streams in a row. He's with us. We've got him, Gav. He's hooked. We've got him in. We've lured him in, man. So welcome, Jaden. Thanks for coming. We've got Greg, of course. Greg, where would we be without Greg? And Invertebrarians in the house. It's our Adam. How's it going, buddy? What are you doing here, man? You normally like roll in later on, you know, fashionably late. Anyway, buddy, thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. I hope you're feeling good. Stephanie's in the house. Hall monitor. Do what she says or else there will be trouble. Tim's in the house. Evening, buddy. How's it going, my friend? Another one who normally comes in a little bit late, but they're here right from the start. It's the mystery thing, man. You're gonna have to wait because I'm not hitting everybody with the mystery straight away, man. That'd just be rubbish. Who we got? Joe Grossman. That looks like a new name.
Does.
Is that a new name? Is Joe new? Do you recognise that name?
I haven't seen that one before.
Do you know what's refreshing? It's refreshing that we've got a handle. We've got somebody who's using their actual name, or it's a name. It might not be their name. I mean, it could be any old name for all we know. Could have just made it up. Could be name.
Yeah, you don't see him anywhere. It's just.
But it's just, and it, you know, there's no picture. It's just a J. Jade Gossman. No frills. No, you know, there's no big parties going on. It's just Joe. How's it going, Joe? Sorry, mate. This is what we're like here, man. We just have a little bit of fun, you know. And if we like you, we'll take the Mickey more. That's just the way it goes. So anyway, Joe, it's lovely to have you. I don't know if you've been tuning into the streams recently or before, and you've just decided to say hello. But if you've been here all along, welcome, my friend, and thank you finally for saying hello. If it's your first time, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Kaylee Taylor Art is in the house. Kaylee is in. How's it going, Kaylee? Andy's at work, I assume. So thank you, because I just always assume Andy's at work because I think he just works 24/7. So he's a hard-working lad. But there you go.
Claire from
coming in
somewhere.
Your dude.
Claire.
Claire's here. Claire's here. How's it going? Aruna Exotics. That's Claire. How's it going, Claire? I hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. Spiders. Everybody's in tonight, man. Everybody's in. It's Andy. How's it going, buddy? You all right, my friend? Good. I'm glad you are well. I could hear him. I heard him then, I heard him coming along the sound waves, man. Invert Kingdom UK. Our side X is in the house. That's aka Francis, aka the Invert UK. Kingdom UK. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in. Is Ebbs there? Hello, Ebbs, if you are there. If not, Andy's in the house too. He's not at work after all, or he is at work. And he's sat on Lou on his phone, skiving, tuning into our stream. That's dedication for you, man. So Mandy's in the house. How's it going, Mandy? Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Wow. Jeremy's just running from the East Wing.
Jeremy's just sprinted over from the East Wing over to his home cinema entertainment complex over on the West Wing, where he's got us on his huge 150-inch plasma or whatever LCD screen, sat on the front row with his awesomely comfortable kind of cine complex chair, with all that. I bet it's got one of those drinks. I bet it's one of those a bit like a Lazy Boys. It'll have built-in remote control and a buzzer, so it can buzz for all the for the butler, to bring in tequila sunrise. It'll have a bell. Do you reckon it's got a buzzer or a bell?
It's got to be a bell, innit?
It's got a bell. It's got to be a bell. Jeremy, welcome, my friend. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Moon over Miami's in the house. How's it going, Moon? Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. And Anton is in the house. Right. We could play a drinking game about Anton, because whenever I've seen Anton in other people's streams, he usually wants to know who's got trapdoor spiders. And I think you could play a drinking game whereby the number of times whenever Anton asks if anyone has got any trapdoor spiders, you have to take a drink. Anton, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Thank you. Right. Who else have we got in the house? I'm sure I saw somebody else, but I think you might have covered it. Right then. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm just going to crack on because, you know what? I've actually... There we go. There we go. I took a drink because Anton said, has anyone got any trapdoor spiders? Right, guys. I'm just going to get cracking because tonight I've got 5 different slings to rehouse. It's the P sazimai, the Brazilian blue. Everyone loves those, but they are teeny tiny, so don't get too excited. Brachypelma, boehmei, the Mexican fireleg. We've got the Neoholothele incei, the Trinidad olive. This is the gold form that I've got. A beautiful dwarf species. Irminia, the Venezuelan sun tiger, and the LP. Everyone loves an LP. Salmon pink bird eater. So we've got all those 5. I think in total it works out at about 35 to 40 slings that I really need to rehouse. So I'm just going to crack on. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to crack on, get loads done, because... and not mess about too much with Criticam, because it is a school night and I don't really want to be going on much after 11 o'clock, to be honest. And we've got the mystery surprise coming up. Shall I give a little bit of a hint what? Shall I just show the enclosure that I've made for it, dude? What do you reckon? It might give too much away. You've not seen it. I'm most wondering.
No, Adam, I've been busy at Mitch's today, but I swear I'll message you tomorrow.
He's been at mine, Adam. He's been at my gaff, doing some work, Not that you'd know anything about that. Right. I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started. I've got loads of enclosures set up. What am I going to do first? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I think that means I'm doing the LPs first, guys. So I've got my enclosures ready. Just bear with me. So, how's everyone doing anyway, guys? This is obviously a rehousing stream, so there'll be lots of time for you guys to chit-chat amongst yourselves. Adam's got a trapdoor. Cool. Which trapdoor?
Don't Lee have trapdoors in?
You what, dude?
Don't Lee have trapdoors in? Don't he have the...
Yeah, he had the... Oh, which ones was it now? I can't remember the names. They're the really, really teeny tiny ones that Lee had, I think. Although,
like no, yellowy colour.
Yeah, he had a couple of types in, I think. I think he had a couple of ones. He had one of the biggest ones in this particular genus, and I can't remember which one it is now. Yeah, I know Lee did have some trapdoors. Anton, have you looked on? Is Anton? Where's Anton from? Is he UK?
Scotland.
Scotland. So Anton, have you looked on Spider Shop? Have you looked on Lee's website?
Yeah, the 33 quid.
Yeah, these are the ones. These are those. I think they're like black ones, aren't they? I can't remember what genus they are now, but I'm pretty certain he's got. Yeah, I think they're. I mean, they're probably like sub-adult, aren't they? I think so. Well, that's what they'll. That's what they'll be advertised at. I mean, what exactly they really are, who knows? If you're watching, Lee, you know I love you really, man. Right, guys, it's my usual setup. I've basically set up pretty much the same enclosures for everything. These are all slings that I'm going to be selling on. So yeah, I was actually on Sophie and Sai's stream earlier, just for about 10 minutes while I was like setting up a few bits and pieces, and they were asking me why I don't. They didn't realise that everything that I did on here was like for sale. Most things were for sale, and I was just basically, it's like whenever you see me do a live stream, if I'm rehousing slings, usually more than anything, whatever I'm rehousing, disclaimer. If I'm rehousing more than 2 or 3 individuals at any one time, guarantee they'll be for sale. So just PM me and see what's what. Well, I say that.
Well,
the thing is, I don't tend to buy anything less than 10 of anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might keep a couple for myself, but generally I'll just sell on most of the things that I'm buying in. So, because here at Unseen
people just need your list. That's what it is.
You what, dude?
People just need that list.
They need a list. I promise there's a list coming. I've just got a lot on. I'm just busy. I'm busy doing all the things with all the things that need to go on the list. That's that's what we need. Why don't we get Hall Monitor to make the list? Steph likes all that sort of thing, doesn't she?
Yeah. I think she just put her hand up then.
We could just, I tell you what, well, excuse me, everybody. I'll have to just list out things. You know, next time I talk to you, I'll just read everything out. I'm actually only joking because, do you know what? The list is actually more or less written out. It's there's just a few more things to add.
I was going to say it's similar to what I've got here in it, but
yeah, there's just a
few more.
It's just some more additions. So these are the LPs. They're a nice size. There we go. Everyone loves an LP. Everyone loves an LP. Always try and have some LPs in stock because they're an absolutely wonderful species, and they're a great species. They're a great species to recommend. It's kind of a beginner species.
He just had a question. I don't know what his question is yet.
It's all right, Jaden. These sorts of streams are actually quite good for questions from people, simply because I'm usually quite busy doing this sort of thing, so I don't usually have too much time to talk about much else.
Yeah. Anton says, you fired through that. Took me 30 minutes to do my rehouse.
Do you know what, Anton? You'll. I mean, I basically do this stuff in my sleep, dude. Do you know what? The main reason, another reason why I was up for doing all this sort of stuff on a live stream as well is it's just because it's just years and years and years of rehousing spiders, mantids, all kinds of things, and it just kind of comes second nature after a while. And also, you've got to remember, I can't take all the credit. Some of these species do make it quite easy for you. You know, I mean, look how chill these LPs are. I mean, they're basically just they're just being very chill.
We're an OBT, so yeah, you can be a bit cautious with an OBT. Sometimes you get the odd one that will just walk straight in, no problems, no threat pose are out. But a lot of them, they're a bit angry. 10 men, I think.
Yeah, well, OBTs have got a bit of a reputation, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
But we were talking about this, weren't we? Before we were saying that a lot of species often have a reputation, and it's often sometimes all it takes is for one or two people to make some comments or make a review or have a bad experience, and then that's their go-to experience for that particular species. And then whenever anybody makes any posts or asks any questions about a certain species, you know, all it takes is for that one person to jump on every thread in Facebook and talk about how like aggressive or, you know, this, that, and the other they are. And in reality, it's just not true. It's just sometimes certain people's opinions or experiences just get bandied around so much that it's almost like
norm,
gospel. So it's just unfortunate that just happens sometimes.
Jaden's question was, is it normal for a budwing to be friends with a dead leaf mantis, as they both love each other? I'm guessing it's doing its raptoral thing, because as it'll probably be able to see it.
My question. Oh, you mean so basically they're. So you've got the pots. I imagine you've got the enclosures right next to each other, right? And what you're saying is that they're basically cozying right up close to each other, to the sides of the enclosures, so that they're really, really next to each other, and it basically looks like they're best buds. They want to be close together. In reality, what it really means is that one of them's looking at the other one, and they're both thinking, "There is my next food. That is my next dinner item." It's like, oh, look what's on the menu. It's that mantis over there. That's what's for dinner. That's actually what's going on. But yeah, you know, you continue. You had them both out at once, and they were just hanging out. Yeah. Well, you know what? That often happens. I mean, you see pictures all the time of people putting loads of different species on their hands and making little videos and stuff.
Well, there's that one with all the dead leaves, isn't there? Where
it's quite well. I mean, there's hundreds that have been made over the years. People are a bit obsessed with it, and it's what I like to call clickbait.
Yeah,
because that's all it is. People basically only do it because they know that those kind of posts are popular. I'm a bit of an old-fashioned. I'm a bit of a stick in the mud when it comes to stuff like that.
I was about to suggest what Charlotte said there, but also I didn't know Charlotte was ill.
Charlotte, how's it going, Charlotte? We might have missed you in the chat earlier. Welcome, and yes, putting card in between them is a good tactic. I mean, if you've basically just got them all in enclosures and you've got nothing down the sides of the enclosures and it's just like clear all the way around, then yeah, sometimes putting a bit of card in between is pretty much the only thing you can do. Yeah, I was going to talk about these in a minute, Anton. Don't worry. I'm going to. I have actually just motored through them, and I've not spoken once about the about the enclosures that I set up. But I am gonna talk you through the basic setup in a moment. The flat pieces, I'll answer your question now. They are basically, this is birch bark. I mean, you can use cork bark or birch bark. I am basically using the birch bark simply because it's what I managed to get from my where I usually get my cork bark. They had lots of sheets of this birch bark, and I really like it. You can get some really big sheets relatively cheap. They only cost about £1 each for a huge, like about 50 centimetre by 30 centimetre sheet of this, and you can just cut it into strips, and you just cut it to the shape that you want. And the reason I like it so much is because it just looks really natural on one side, and I think it just adds a bit of authenticity to your.
Some of the pieces have like big curls on them as well, don't they?
Yeah. So this is basically, you can use cork bark or birch bark. This is birch bark, and it's essentially just as a hide, Anton. That's why I've put the leaf in there as well. So there's the leaf, there's the fake leaf, the bit of birch bark. That is basically just to use as a hide. And then I've also got the sphagnum moss.
I'll come back to you, Don.
Got the sphagnum moss, which is basically there just to I can just keep spraying that every few days just to make sure it doesn't dry out, and it just adds a little bit of moisture and humidity to the enclosure in general. So there you go. That's the basic setup. I'll talk you through the substrate in a moment. So there you go.
I apologise, dude. You want to ask a question? Ask away.
Anton, don't ever apologise, man. I'd not explained what was in those pots. You just beat me to it. I was actually going to explain what's in the pots before I moved on to the next species. But you asked the question, man. It's perfectly fine. And sometimes it's, hi Dawn, evening, how's it going? It's good to ask questions because you know what? Because I do these sorts of live streams all the time, sometimes I might not think to, because I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. So, so it's really, and I don't always think sometimes that I need to just, talk through it again, every single time, just in case there's new people in who don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's good. Right, I'm just going to move this out of the way. Right, we'll do the next one now, shall we? What we got here? We got the irminia. Oh my goodness, shall we get the irminias out of the way?
Yeah.
So, because we all know what that means.
Some tiger in the beard.
I hope not. Anyway, Anton, don't apologise. Feel free to ask questions, my friend. That is why it's one of the big reasons why I do the live streams, so we can interact. People can ask questions about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and then we all learn. We all learn because
Well, as we touched on that on the last stream, I don't think Anton was there, but this is what we were talking about. Like, we're learning from the chat as well because we're all constantly learning. So if you ask questions, it's just because you want to know more. Yeah, I apologise for that.
Which is, that's to be honest, Anton, that's not unique to an ADHD brain. I've got to tell you. So I'm going to do irminia next, and basically that means I'm going to have to be quick. It's not messing around. So let's just, I don't know why I did that. I felt like I was going to make some big speech. That's why I did that. And it's gone. I've forgotten what it was. Jeremy says he's got some sweet true spiders coming Tuesday, and he's so hyped. Woo! Well, don't leave us hanging then, dude. What you got coming?
He won't tell us.
He won't tell us because he's going to make a secret video, and he's like, shall we say he's got? What do you reckon? Do you think he's got his? I think he's got his animal house and stroke photography studio for his YouTube videos in the south.
I think he lives at Martin's zoo thing. That's just an extension in it of Jeremy's estate.
Brilliant. Anyway, I've got my catch cup because I may need this, and basically I'm going to be doing the P. irminias next. Now,
fingers crossed, Greg.
These are notoriously quick, so I need to have my wits about me. It's pairing Irminia, Cambridge Eye this week. Just got to see what else might be on the horizon. Awesome, Greg. Nice one, dude. Good luck with that. Irminia, Cambridge Eye. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Right, I'm going to crack on.
They're actually good pairers.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. I think is it one of those species that they're like lightning when they're young, and then they do
calm down
calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So can you see this Irminia just keeps tempting me? There he is, look, little cheeky so and so.
What Steph said there. If I could live in tropical world, it'd be so cool.
Yeah, but you'd just be a bit hot and sweaty all the time, wouldn't you?
No, because I could go from one room. I could go into wet
That's
fish
true.
where it
That's
cools
true.
down.
They have the yeah.
And I can go and sit with the meerkats. Can you just chill out in an evening? And
because you come out of the you come out of the tropical area and you go through. You keep going, and the meerkats are there just on the left, aren't they? Just as you
yeah. I absolutely love that place.
I've not been for quite a few years now. But
for those in the chat, in Leeds we have it's called a butterfly garden, which is a massive indoor greenhouse, that has absolutely hundreds of species of butterflies from all over the world, as well as various other little animals and inverts. And it's a really cool place. And it's all charity and donation run in it, Steph, as well.
It's partly Leeds and Council as well.
Yeah, it's a fantastic place. I've not been for quite a few years now, but they've got an awesome leaf cutter ant colony.
Yeah, that's ace, is that
they have on display all the time, and basically in the tropical area, they've got these big ropes, haven't they? They've basically got like big ropes going from the trees, from one tree to another, and then back again. And you can stand on the platform as you go through the door, and you can basically watch the leafcutter ants walking all along, backwards and forwards along this rope.
You can basically just put your hand out, and
you can. They're really close, aren't they?
That's where they'd be.
They're like literally right there.
But the thing that I really like about it is that they have those. They've got like tanks that are offset, and the lights are dimmed down, and that's where they're actually nesting. So you can see what they use the leaves for. Obviously, for growing the fungus that they do inside the nest.
Yeah.
And you get to see it all. It's awesome.
That's it then. I might have to go again soon. Very, very soon.
I won't want hanging around.
No. They've they're not coming out. They've made a right mess of the tissue that's in there. So
I get rid of my snakes.
no.
No, not real snakes.
No, I've never owned a snake, to be honest.
I owned when my son were about 7. We had a corn snake.
Oh yeah. I'm basically not allowed snakes.
Oh, look who's here. Hey, up.
Oh, there you go. It's yes.
Go on.
Guy.
Yeah.
It's our guy. How's it going, guy? Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we had to talk about Tropical World before we drew him out from behind the sofa, hiding away, not saying hello, just watching us. So, how's it going, guy? You all right, man? Nice one. Thanks for joining us. We rehousing a bunch of slings here. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know, there's not many slings that are more distinctive and recognizable as a species than these at this stage. You know, like at second instar,
Yeah.
first or second instar, because you know they're just.
When it comes to colourful slings, apart from GBBs, you're looking more at your Avics, aren't you? That
Yeah,
stay colourful right through.
They're just classic, aren't they? I'm
Yeah.
tempted to get Criticam out. What do you reckon? Because this one's just sitting there.
No.
I'm just a bit concerned I ain't got a good light. That's me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait. I really want to. I might put that one to one side. I'm basically holding off, not doing the, not getting Criticam out just yet, simply because I've got quite a lot to do and I don't want to be here too much after 11 o'clock. So if we've got time at the end, I'll do like a big Criticam session and we'll have a look at a few things.
I don't know if you're going to come close to the last one though, with those Dinopsis.
Ooh. Sorry, what do you mean?
With macro footage, I don't think you're going to come close for a while now.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. Listen, guys, if you missed the Dinopris stream on Friday night, and you're thinking, you know, and this goes for any of the streams. If you missed the stream and you think just because you missed it live, they are still available to watch on the YouTube channel, and you can go back and watch any of the live streams. And I know obviously you can't interact, but trust me, we always get some awesome macro footage, and we always learn some new things about observations about some of the stuff. And case in point, on Friday when I did the rehousing of all those netcasting spiders, it was right at the end. I was going to finish off. It was like 11 o'clock. I was about ready to finish, and I just spotted one of the Dinopris was just started to molt. And I was just watching it for a little while thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Because I didn't really want to get the camera out and start disturbing it, because it was basically just hanging from a single silk thread.
And you know you can't just leave it there.
And I could not resist. So I got Criticam out, we had a look, and we basically watched as this netcasting spider molted out of its shed, successfully molted, and we just sat there and watched it, didn't we? It was absolutely amazing. The footage wasn't absolutely brilliant. It wasn't as clear as it could be, but it's because I was shooting through the plastic enclosure, and also the light wasn't great. But you could see it well enough.
No, it was still really good quality.
How cool it was. And it was absolutely amazing. So if you can't be bothered to just sit through the stream, it's about 2 hours into the stream. There is some amazing footage of the netcasting spider molting. I think I might have to repurpose that one and just cut that bit out and then post it as a video, because it is very cool. Because I've never seen anybody post a video of that species molting. So, and we saw it here, and that's what I'm saying. We always catch some behaviour or some interesting observations of the different species that we look at. So,
hey up, Sophie.
Sophie's in the house. How's it going, Soph?
Thank
you so much for tuning in.
They are available, Charlotte.
Yes, Charlotte. I've got about 14, 15 available right now. So you're ahead of the curve. They're not on the website yet. Like nearly everything else that I've got that aren't mantis are not on the website yet, but they are going to go on the list. So if you want one, reserve one, because I'm taking them to Doncaster, and they may or may not sell really well there. So If you want one, guys, net casting spiders, they are available. I haven't decided how much they're going to cost yet because I just haven't had time to cost them up yet. But they're not going to be overly expensive. They're about, I think they're about 3rd or 4th instar. They're about 1 to 1.5 centimeters in length now, so they're not a bad size. Honestly, they are. Once I advertise them, they will sell very quickly. Trust me. So if you guys in the chat want one of these net casting spiders, please PM me and I'll put one aside for you. In fact, I've already had a message from somebody asking to put one of the scorpions aside for them as well. So,
Sophie wants to know if you have Cyanomantis available.
Do you know what, Sophie? I do. I do. I've not. They are hot off the press. I have not told anybody that I've got them yet. I was basically going to add them to the list. I'm going to put them on the website. Do you know what? Because I was talking too much, I nearly put a Brachypelma in the irminia tub. I thought it was a bit weird when I was poking around in it, thinking that's a bit small. So yes, Sophie, I have the Cyanomantis. For anybody else who's not au fait with the scientific name, they are the infamous glass mantis. And I'm not sure you can actually get them anywhere else at the moment. I know a couple of people have had them over the last few months, but I've got some more available now. So,
like bloody lightning as well. You'll have fun with it.
There you go. Andy, spiders. Andy is already on the case. He's pre-ordered 2 Dinopis. So there you go. 2 down. They're already going. They're selling already, and I've not even.
I missed 2 catches today.
Oh yeah.
Netcasters.
So yeah. Tell them, Gav.
As I was going through them for feeding, and there were 2 that had the nets made and stretched out, ready to go. So I put them to one side, and then I fed the others, and then I fed these, and I noticed one had caught a fly, so I'd missed it. But at the same time as eating the fly, it was redoing its net, and I was trying to film that, and while I'm filming that, the other one went down with its net, caught something, and I missed that one as well. Could have kicked myself.
Oh man! But how cool was it just to see the net?
All right, well,
even though you didn't get to see it being used.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I was so impressed that the fact that we're actually eating one as well as making the net again.
Yeah. Well, it's got enough limbs, hasn't it? Really, multitasking.
Yeah. There's something wrong if it can't. It's still impressive to watch. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe at some point I might actually see it happen.
You will see it happen, because I'm gonna. When I said today, I'm sure there was something I was supposed to be giving you to take back with you. That's what it was. I was gonna give you a couple of those to take with you, because obviously I'm going to be keeping like at least 10 for myself, which means keeping it for Unseen Universe, which means that you always get a couple. There you go. I can't believe you've not eaten them any yet. There you go, Adam. If you're in the house, these are from your from God's own country, as they call it. Apparently, Iron Brew chocolates that I brought Gav and Steph back from my holiday. So there you go. I can't believe you've not tried one yet.
I'll try one in a minute.
They'll probably be terrible.
Do you mean the netcasters, Anton?
The netcasters, I mean, to be honest, the females, I had a female. I had a female netcaster about 6 or 7 years ago now, and she was a juvenile when I got her. It took her about 3 months to get to adult, 3 or 4 months to get to adult, and she lived for about another year after that. They can potentially live quite a long time for a true spider, anyway. But they get quite big. Some of those some of the females can get relatively big. So they're a nice spider. So yeah, I would say
that's probably about the same size as these ones, isn't it? 3 centimeters.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit smaller. That one that's just the one that you caught last night, that'll be about 3 centimeters.
Yeah.
So right. Yeah, you could have a good 2 year on it.
I'm just keeping things tidy, guys. Sorry, I know I keep leaving the shot, but
Greg, me and Mitch already had a conversation about this.
Don't you worry, Greg, my friend. Do not worry, man. You are. I told you when you messaged me the other day, Greg. I said to you that yours are secure, my friend. Don't you worry. I know that you want one of each of those scorpions, and I know you want the gongies and the enclosure and all the setup and everything. I know you're a bit concerned about the pennies, and you might end up just buying a few of one thing one time and a few another. But do not worry, man. You are a friend of Unseen Universe, and you will be looked after. So don't you worry, man. I've got your back, man. I've got your back, Greg. Don't worry. Right, let's do the. What should we do next? Let's do the sazimai, shall we?
Good luck with that one.
I'm going to say yes, but I don't know if I. I mean, I'm pretty good at sexing mantis by now, right? I can sex some species of mantis. I can sex them straight out of the ooth, but some species are still very tricky. And the problem is, I'll tell you what the main problem is. Some species aren't actually difficult to sex just by, as long as they sit still. A lot of species are really, really lively, and they don't stop moving ever. So they're impossible to get a proper look at. Now, that's one of those species is the cynomantis. They're just really lively. They're jumping around all over the place. They don't stop moving around. It's like a lot of things they do as they start to get mature and get a bit bigger. They start to slow down a little bit. But yeah, it's getting a look at their the tip of their abdomen to count to look at the segments and to see if the females have got that subjunctive plate coming through, subgenital plate coming through. It's tricky. So. At this stage, I can't sex them just yet, Sophie, but I am going to keep a few for myself. So if you want, I can keep a few extra, and then maybe I can sex a few. It just depends whether or not you just want them really young, and risk it. So yeah, there you go.
Is a dab hand at those?
Orchids are actually one of the ones that are really, really easy to sex. So if it's not sitting still, it might be a sign that it's not 100% happy. Because orchids do tend to be quite stationary, in my experience, anyway. They can be very lively if you take them by surprise. They can be very jumpy, but if you once they've settled down, they tend to just stay put. So yeah, there you go. Hang on, I just need to think for a second. 10.
No worries. Well, one of them, Kitty's. Is it Kitty's? Inverts or tarantulas or something like that. Open one of your mystery boxes on TikTok.
Yes, it was Kitty. Oh, I can't remember now what her name is. Kitty something. Kitty something. Anyway, yes. Mystery boxes. I'm going through a bit of a phase. They tend to. I've told you about this, Gav, haven't I? They tend to have a bit of a snowball effect with the mystery boxes. They. Once one person makes a post of a mystery box that I've sent and they really like it and people see that, and then I get a run on mystery boxes all of a sudden. So it's like the Mantula boxes. Ever since Sai had his...
I was going to say, since Sai.
Sophie had hers, I've sold about 6 Mantula boxes in the last 2 weeks alone. So yeah, that's the beauty of social media, man. It's fantastic. You know, a couple of people make a post, and then all of a sudden, loads of people think, you know what, I'll have one of them, and that's great. So if anybody's out there who's ever made a post, an unboxing video or anything of mine on social media, I thank you. I thank you so much, because honestly, it really, really helps people like myself who, you know, breeders and sellers and online suppliers. It really, really helps when you do these unboxings, providing the unboxing goes well, obviously. You know, if there's a bit of a if it's a bit of a disaster, just message me rather than message me first.
Yeah.
Not out. But luckily, you know, touch wood, man. I always seem to do quite well out of unboxings and stuff. So yeah. Right, let me just. So did Kaylee ask something then? I kind of missed that. Did Kaylee? You had something up by Kaylee. I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, so Kelly had seen a couple of TikToks opening your mystery boxes.
Oh,
nicely.
okay. Yeah, cool.
If I see him on TikTok, I tell Mitch about him, because Mitch isn't on TikTok.
You know what? I am. You know what? I am on.
I
I am on TikTok. I've made one post, and that was ages ago. Do you know what? I barely post on social media, on Facebook and Instagram as it is. You know, it's just, I just can't be bothered to be thinking about posting stuff all over the place. Can't be bothered. I've got enough on. Right, what's Anton saying? It's so my all my social media, Anton, they're all Unseen Universe. So YouTube, Unseen Universe, Instagram, Unseen Universe, and Facebook, Unseen Universe. It's all Unseen Universe. My personal profile is my name, which, if I decide that we can be friends, then you know, maybe you could be privy to that too. But no, dude, it's Unseen Universe all the way. Just Unseen Universe. That's all. Just do a search, man. I'll come up everywhere, man. So Unseen Universe has been going officially as Unseen Universe has been going for. It's actually might even be 10 years this year now. And that's just as Unseen Universe. Obviously, I've been keeping inverts on and off for a lot longer than that, but officially Unseen Universe has been 10 years, I think. Do you know what? I need to look into that, dude, because I actually can't. I need to find out when that 10-year anniversary is. That might be cool to celebrate.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely getting on for 10 years. It might be more like 9, or I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely getting around that time now. But I'm always late with these celebrations.
Yeah, it's because there's one that you need to sort out as well.
There's a couple. Do you know what? Do you know when I hit 10,000 10,000 followers on my Facebook page? That was like about a year and a half ago. I'm up to nearly 1,200 now, 12,000, and completely. I had so many people messaging me saying, "Dude, congratulations, 10,000 followers on Facebook. What, you know, are we going to celebrate and everything?" And I just completely, do you know what it was, dude? It happened. You know, when I had my little dark period, when I went offline for about 2 years. And it happened during that period, and that's why I never celebrated it. So yeah. But I'm definitely got a celebration coming up, guys. I'm gonna talk about it on a live stream at some point. But it's you may or may not have noticed I hit 1,000 subscribers a while back, and I'm actually up to 1,100 now.
Nice one.
And I'm gonna do a big thing. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna get some people on, some other YouTubers on, who all like. There's gonna be a range of people. There's gonna be people who have not quite hit 1,000, people who have only just started their channel, somebody who's like quite big and got quite a lot of subscribers. You know, the whole range. And I'm just gonna get people on, and we're gonna talk about what it means to get 1,000 subscribers and how amazing it is for YouTubers to get 1,000 subscribers. So that's going to be my little thing. I'm going to do like a big thank you to everybody, and I'm going to do a big giveaway. But I I just need to get the next show out of the way first. Going to get Doncaster out of the way, and then we'll do something after that, Gav. So, so that'll be good. That'll be a lot of fun.
Vanessa, I meant it. You know, these things happen. We all have accidents. It's just part of life. So don't beat yourself up too much.
Just trying to get the camera. Okay.
There we go. We had it focused then.
Oh, it's gone. There we go. Look, little sazimai. So this is the P. sazimai, Brazilian blue, or also known as the iridescent blue. New World terrestrial. I'm not going to say opportunistic burrower, because they all are apparently. Well, there you go. It's a teeny tiny thing. Look. You know what? Sazimais, man. Fantastic little species. Well, not so little. He's little now, but so popular as well. Such a popular species. Everything all right with Vanessa, dude? Nothing we need to know about?
She just had a boo-boo with an enclosure and lost a spider.
Oh, no.
Not lost as it run away, but just lost one. So say that accidents happen.
You know what? Don't. I know it's easier said than done when you say, you know, don't beat yourself up. These things happen and all this sort of thing. But you know,
but they're your babies, aren't they?
Well, isn't it? It's tough. I mean, I've got spiders missing in this shed. I've still got that huntsman running around somewhere. God knows where that is. But you know, all you can do really is hope that it doesn't escape. You know, the house, and it turns up.
No, not lost as in run away. Lost. Like
Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Dear departed.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Vanessa.
That's why I was saying it's.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
I mean, how many times have you knocked an enclosure over? I know I've done it quite a few times.
Hang on.
Luckily, I've not lost spiders, but they've lost legs, and I've had to wait for them to molt out again. It just happens.
Boom.
Yeah, it does. Steph did you find it?
I got it, guys. Don't you worry. Yes, it happens. Unfortunately, it does. And you know what? Sadly, the thing is, the more you keep, the more you have, the more you buy, the more you get, the more losses you're gonna have over time. And it's, you know, it never gets easier, does it? But it's unfortunate, especially when they, you know, especially when something like that happened. What happened to Vanessa? You know, that's something that's gonna kind of keep you awake at night for a long time, isn't it? If you let it get to you too much. But accidents.
Same when you lose like your bigger ones as well, like, you know, stuff when you've had them for like a couple of years going.
Yeah.
And out of blue, they just sometimes you lose them.
Yeah.
Just pants.
So, Jeremy, these are the sazimai, dude. I think you must have missed when I was just talked about them briefly. So yeah, these are available too. Sophie, these are available. You what, dude? Sorry.
He's only just come back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are the sazimai, dude. You know, everybody loves a sazimai, right? Everyone should have a sazimai in their. Everyone should have a sazimai in their collection. I think that's a pretty solid statement, don't you, Gab?
Yeah.
And
I think all of these ones that you're rehousing today are they're staples of the diet.
Yeah. Well,
of the hobby.
Yeah.
These
absolutely.
are the great ones to start with.
Yeah. We've done the LPs. We've done the Lasiodora parahybana. They're a staple. We've done the irminia. They're a staple. We're just doing the sazimai. They're a staple. You see, this is what I do this with my mantis as well. Mantis and the teas. I like to I like to make sure I've got a range. I like to make sure I've got some staples and beginner species, and then also I've got like slightly more exotic and more advanced species as well. So there you go.
Does that mean that Claire might be thinking of another tea?
Well, I actually owe Claire a sling, and funnily enough, I now realise. Do you remember the other night when I was saying that I owed Claire a gift card and a mystery sling, and I said I think the gift card is about 25 quid, and she was a bit sheepish, and she was like, "I'm just it just keeps going up, so I'm just going to wait until it gets to this massive gift card that I'm giving her." Well, I checked, and it's actually a £10 gift card, so I now understand what she was talking about. But she didn't, cheeky Claire, she didn't pipe up. Oh, it's only a £10 gift card, dude.
No, she did. Well, she did say that it keeps going up, so she won't like.
It could be. I'm just waiting to see what it lands on. But you know what? It's a £10 gift card plus a sling now, because I dangled that carrot of £25 gift card in front of her face, and because Claire's it's our Claire, I'll sort you out with something a little bit extra as well, Claire. So there you go. Don't you worry. There's no wonder I'm going. There's no wonder I'm skint all the time, isn't it, dude? So yeah,
that's right, Peter.
Peter, I owe Peter £1,000 mystery box. Do you know what, Peter? I think you've probably had £1,000 worth of mystery boxes off me over the years.
Yeah, I bet he has.
And he's only probably paid for about 5% of it.
Yeah, at one point he was so jammy. Every giveaway, we're like, "Oh, Peter Lars."
Oh man, it's great, isn't it? I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, there we go. Anyway, there's all the sazimai. If you're wondering why Criticam's not made an appearance yet, it's because I've got quite a lot to rehouse of these. I've still got 6 Brachypelma boehmeis, and I've still got 6 incei, the Trinidad olive, the gold form. So and then we've still got the mystery. I forgot about the mystery. Woo! It's
I'll get the hall monitor to drop link for Spooky Dukes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Spooky Dukes. Dawn, I promise I am still planning on getting a bunch of merch stuff sorted out. We are, as soon as I've got the Doncaster show out of the way, because I'm going to be so snowed under with getting preparations for the show this week. I promise I'll be in touch. I just want to make a few tweaks with my logo, just to jazz it up a bit, bring it back, update it a little bit, because I've had the same logo for a long time now. I just want to. I'm keeping it essentially the same. I just want to shine it up a bit, give it a bit of a spit and polish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do some derivatives of the logo. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Dawn to make me some badges, some stickers, and whatever. Does Dawn do wristbands or anything like that? I know she does product placement in terms of like gets your logo on like drinking water bottles and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah. Dawn says she can always help with the artwork, and I know you've offered this to me before, and even though I do appreciate it, I love doing all that stuff for myself as well. To be honest, Gab knows I like to tinker with a bit of creative stuff on the old laptop. So I am planning on doing it myself, but
it created my logo.
I created Gab's logo. I don't know whether anybody knows that, but Gab's logo. He asked me to do something, and I made that. So I don't normally make logos for people, but Gab asked me to knock some up for him, and I did. So I do. If I've got time, I absolutely love doing artwork, like graphic artwork and stuff. I just don't have time to get creative, which is a pretty sad state of affairs, really. But that's just my life as it goes right now. So yeah. But yes, Dawn, don't worry. I tell you what I might do, Dawn. Even though I've said I'm going to tinker with my own logo. What I might do is, because I'm too busy this week. I might send you my logo, and if you get a bit of free time and you fancy having a go, see what you come up with. So there's no harm in that. And even if I do decide to still do something with my own myself, if I like what you come up with, which I'm sure I will, you can. I could maybe, because I want a few varieties. You see, I don't just want one logo style. I want some like kind of some varieties of the same theme, just so I've got different things going on. Well, for like stickers and stuff. So it's not
Yeah,
just
yeah. Because you don't always want the same logo on everything, do
I
you?
have like 4 or 5 variations of it. So there you go. Yeah, why not? There you go. Dawn's up for that. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Sorted. Remind me
There you
tomorrow,
go.
Dawn. Might not do it tomorrow because I always have Mondays are always busy with I do orders all day on Mondays. So, but just remind me.
Speak to Dawn, Peter.
There you go. Speak to Dawn, dude. She does logo design and stuff. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I did think do you know what, Jeremy? I have thought about because obviously my logo is several years old now, and it's mainly it's based. The design is based on when I mainly only did praying mantis. Maybe a slight tweak could be in order. I like to keep it simple though. Do you know what I mean? And I think the mantis is always that's my roots. You know what I mean? The mantis is my roots, so I feel like I should, even though I have toyed with the idea, Jeremy, and it's a
Do you
good
know what?
idea.
It'd be like
But it's to be honest,
Morrison changing the logo.
yeah, I feel like because like that logo has been with me since the early days. I feel like I should keep it.
She has competitive prices. Not wrong one.
Oh, you know what? I put that in there, and I need to keep those separate.
And Sophie's going. Catch you later, Sophie.
Sophie's going. Okay, Sophie, no problem. Oh, well, I hope your unwell child gets well very, very soon. So we're all giving your unwell child our very best. So I'll see you later, So. Thanks so much for tuning in. So there you go. That's Sophie and Sai. Every Sunday night they've started doing a live stream over on Sophie's channel and on Sai's channel. They both have started doing a joint live stream on a Sunday night. I think they've done their second one this Sunday tonight. It's usually from about 6:30, I think, for an hour or so, an hour or two. So there you go. Let's get over there and show them some support. Sorry, I thought I spotted something. Right. What's Vanessa saying? On a good note, my dead leaf molted this morning and giant rainforest molted yesterday. Both L5 now. Fantastic. That is fantastic news to hear. It's always, you know what, because it's such a stressful time for the mantis, obviously, especially. Why is that out of focus? There you go. Come on. There you go. It's such a stressful time for a mantis to go into molt, and then by reflection, it's a stressful time for us. It's
Yeah.
especially when they're not your own, eh, Gav?
Yeah. Well, let's give you hope.
So when I went on holiday, I gave Gav like my most prized possessions in terms of the mantis that I've got, I gave him the Corydodes, like basically all of them, and half of them were like due to molt. They were all starting to just molt again. So unfortunately, Gav had to sweat that for me for the whole week while my most prized mantis species were all going through molt. But they more or less all kind of came through it unscathed, didn't they, dude? So
Yeah.
so that
Yeah, and then obviously you're only male of that other one as well.
Yes, yeah.
He really give me a...
Yeah. So anyway, so basically, I am now rehousing the Brachypelma boehmeis. These are the Mexican firelegs. Now, these are the tarantulas that everybody thinks of, who, whether or not they know anything about tarantulas or not, these are the showcase tarantulas. These are tarantulas that people have when they do like little shows, or people who go around doing educational like visits in schools and shows and fairs and things like that. These are the go-to tarantula for anybody wanting to have an absolutely exquisite tarantula in their collection. They're pretty docile. They're absolutely stunning and beautiful, and they are definitely on everyone's wish list to have a Brachypelma. And so these are the Mexican fireleg version. These are New World, obviously terrestrial, and they hail from Mexico, like all Brachypelmas, and they are absolutely beautiful.
So these the boehmei.
Yeah. So I've now got 3 different species of Brachypelma. I've got the irminia, boehmei, and hamori, and I will be taking them all to the show on Sunday. There you go. Gav's got an example of an older, of a juvenile right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
My little babies. I say little.
I've actually got a couple of beautiful specimens as well, haven't I?
Yes. Recently malted as well.
Juveniles that I've got. I really should show those. I really should show. Do you know what? We should do a stream where I just like get Criticam out and just show people a few species that I've got here in the shed, because I've got absolutely loads.
That Amelia's absolutely
stunning species. Anyway, I didn't notice, but Ian Tarantula is in the house. How's it going, Ian? Welcome, my friend. I just saw him say that his Brachypelma was his first ever tarantula. How's it going, buddy? You all right, my friend? Welcome.
It's a reptizoo, Anton. Fully acrylic. I'm not sure if they still make them though. They're like when tarantula cribs first started. It's just a same version as theirs with the sliding lid.
Yeah. Yes. They're a nice little enclosure. They are, those reptizoos. You know.
Yeah.
The only problem, obviously, is the ventilation's all on the top, so you can't really stack them properly unless you're not too concerned about ventilation.
No. You can stack them with each other because they have little legs.
They do, which creates a gap, doesn't it, between them? Yeah, that's true. That's true. So they're a nice little enclosure actually. So there you go. I've not shown you any of these because they basically just run and hid as soon as I put them in the pot. So that's the Brachypelma boehmei. That's the P. sazimai. I'm going to move these over there because I'm having to just keep moving everything out of the way. And we'll move straight on, guys. We'll move straight on because we're cracking on. Because the quicker I get through these, shall I give a little bit of a taster? Oh yeah, Verdezi, there you go.
Yeah, you've got a nice one up there as well. That's one of the other ones you've got.
Oh yeah. I forgot I'd got that one as well. You see, I'm starting to forget now. Sort of some of the amazing stuff I've actually got because I don't feed anything in here. So that's why I'm going to take I'm going to take one species every week into the bug room so I can get some macro footage. And do you know what? I might take one of those Brachypelmas tomorrow and do a
You should
showcase
be, yeah.
on those all week.
Especially while they're nice and bright as well. Because, like I said, 4 weeks ago, I think it was, they molted.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm going to do it. Right.
Do it.
It's a mystery. It's still a mystery. And I thought I'd entice you with the enclosure I'm going to put in it. And this is the enclosure I'm putting.
I think Kaz knows what it is.
This is the enclosure I'm putting the mystery invert in. So, answers on a postcard, guys, because I've got one more species to rehouse. It's the incei gold. I've only got 7. I'm going to rehouse them now, and then I'm going to bring out the big guns. I'm going to bring out the new species that I've got. It's a surprise. It's a mystery. No one knows what it is. So, it's a pot of dirt. There you go.
Yeah,
That's all I'm getting.
That's one of the brachy species that I absolutely love.
Oh, the albiceps. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I'm going to crack on. Let's get these incei done, shall we? Right, guys, this is the Neoholothele incei, and these are the Trinidad olive gold form. I think I might definitely have to get Critter Cam out for these. Oh, stop saying trapdoor, Anton. I've got to take a drink. It's a good job I don't drink anymore, isn't it? Otherwise, I'd be drunk by now. So there you go. Oh yeah, classy as well. I think I saw a post earlier that Christoph had just successfully bred or had some hatch out of an egg sac of classy. I think he said he'd been trying for about 15 years. Because I remember replying saying, "I know exactly how you feel, mate." Because that's how I felt when I successfully bred the Corydodes.
I think you've managed to secure some of them, haven't you? Some slings.
I have. I'd forgotten about that. I need to contact him. Yes, I'm going to be getting some classy as well. But unfortunately, I will be keeping all of those. Because that's one of those species that you have to grow up yourself. Because if you think you're going to come across like an older pair later on, it's just not going to happen. So
yeah, there's certain species like that, isn't there? That...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. So I've had these before, and I really, really like this species.
Toledo cattle. Or titty cattle, as I like to say.
There we go. Look, the incei. Absolutely beautiful. I love this species. I don't know why I've not had more of these in my life.
Greg's going. Catch you later, dude.
You're gonna miss the surprise. Make sure you come back tomorrow, Greg, and see what the mystery was. I'm sorry you're gonna miss it, my friend. But anyway, thanks, Greg. See you later, my friend. I will be in touch this week to sort out your order. No problem. I will try and get it sorted out before I go to Doncaster. So, like I said before, these are all basically, you'll notice that I've set all these sling pots up exactly the same. The larger slings, the smaller slings, which obviously you did for me, Gav. But they're all set up exactly the same. It's just the substrate is basically just cocoa fibre, topsoil, and vermiculite, all mixed together, and then a little bit of birch bark for a hide, fake leaf just for a bit of extra, just as a bit of extra anchorage point and hide if they so wish. and then obviously the sphagnum moss, which is basically, it's mainly because I can keep it moist, and that keeps the humidity levels up, but also they can drag it around the place. We were talking about this, weren't we, Gav? They can pull the sphagnum moss apart and drag it around the place, and they can like web it up in quite intricately into however they want, create little tunnels or create little hides, so they can web the sphagnum moss kind of fibers together in different ways.
It's
And
like if
think
you've
it's
ever gone
very good.
into a meadow that's got a lot of moss, you know, like first thing on the morning when hot dews across
Yeah,
it, you can
exactly.
actually see it. And that is literally how the inces will make their enclosures.
Yeah, because I've not mentioned it, but these inces are fantastic webbers. People quite underrated actually. People don't really talk about them that much as being, give them the credit as being heavy webbers, but they absolutely are, and they're very much like Balfouris in that respect, and as
Yeah.
GBBs in that respect, and Balfouris, they're very, very heavy webbers. So there you go. Antoni might add some sphagnum moss to yours. Do it, man. If you've got, I add sphagnum moss to all my tarantula species just because, it depending on what species it is and whether or not they like it bone dry, it just depends. But you can just add it. Yeah, you can just add it and leave it dry because they'll still manipulate it and use it to, to create whatever kind of environment they want.
Well, these are another one that you can water through web. Similar to like how you do with Balfouri.
Yeah, exactly. These are a good size.
Good luck putting a water dish in there because that's just going to be gone.
Well, there you go. Look at that. It's just stunning, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's got a lovely emblem on its carapace, hasn't it? Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful.
Somebody's tapping.
I'll definitely it'd be nice to get Criticam on them at some point as well. Yes, they are, Peter. These are the gold form. So yeah, I did have the choice of getting one or the other, and I just decided to get these ones this time. I have had the other form before, but these have just got that extra little bit of vavavoom, haven't they? They've got that lovely extra bit of hue in that just levels up that pops out that colour. Absolutely beautiful.
It's like the difference between OBT Usambara and OBT RCF.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between them two.
Yeah.
They're both golden, but one just takes it to a new level.
Yeah, exactly. So
easy.
There we go. We're on the last one now.
If mine survives, Peter, I could help you out there.
Yeah, man. Gav might be able to help you out there, Peter. Just depends how it goes. We've got a pair lined up. So yeah, watch this space, dude. We've got a pair lined up. So if the male comes out unscathed, we'll.
I'll hit you up.
See, that's what happens when you take your eye off the ball.
Yeah, but we are Jedi reflexes.
we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Right, guys. It's time. It's time. It's mystery time. It's mystery time. You know what? I'm just going to get it out.
I have a couple of mature males, Anton. So I know it's one of them that's tapping. But generally in captivity, there's no actual season as such. But in the wild, obviously, there definitely is a season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all bets are off, isn't it? When once you get stuff in captivity,
Because
like,
you're the one that's manipulating the conditions.
Yeah, there's no. Sorry, guys. I have to just keep tidying up as I go along because it's just ridiculous the amount of stuff I've got in this shed at the moment. Right, guys.
I vote for a smaller table.
It's time. It's time.
Is it mystery time?
It's mystery time.
Ooh.
It's mystery time, and I've actually got 4 of these. So I'm going to do
the. Ian asked earlier, is it a T or a true?
Well, officially, it's neither. It is a spider, but it's closer to a true than a T. Or is it?
Adam, just in time.
It depends. It depends which way you look at it. It's a true, but it's a tarantula. Therefore, what does that make it, Gav?
That makes it mygalomorph or something.
There you go. There's a reason why I have Gav in this shed, because he knows what he's talking about. That makes it a mygalomorph. It is a mygalomorph. So you could mistaken it for a true spider, but it's actually a mygalomorph, which is the primitive. I've written it down. It's a primitive orthognath cheliceraal position, which means the fangs point down, just like tarantulas.
Yes,
it's the ancient design, whereas true spiders is a labidognath cheliceraal position, which is fangs move side to side. So this is a mygalomorph. So the fangs point down, just like tarantulas. That's why I was saying it's not a true spider and it's not a tarantula, but it's a little bit of both, so to speak. So, a true antula. Anton, why are they not calling him a true antula? I love that, Anton. Well done, my friend. Well done. Right, I'm just going to pull back a little bit on the old... I'm going to do this, man, because I've built it up enough. I just hope everyone's excited.
I'm going to do it.
So, I've gone for a cocoa fibre vermiculite sand substrate. And there you go. There you go. Adam knows what he's talking about. So, what I'm going to do is it's in here. It is in here, folks. And so I've been warned that this species likes to play dead, and then while it's playing dead, if you're not too careful, when it's playing dead, it will try and kick your arse. Basically, they have been known to attack out of a death feign. that's kind of their thing. So we just have to be a bit careful. I'm not going to mess about with it too much because I have no idea how it's going to react.
And I think we have a winner.
I think Ian.
Anton, you can say it. Say it.
You're just going to have to bear with me because I have no idea how it's
I
going
wonder
to
what
react.
that forbidden Oreo tastes like.
Here we go.
Crunchy on the outside and gooey on the inside. No, that's
Now,
Rhyme.
look at its legs. Now, how menacing does that look?
These are so cool.
Right, I'm going to use 2 pairs of tweezers here because I have no idea how it's going to... sorry, my cat was in the way. I have no idea how it's going to react.
Anybody in the chat own one of these?
Does anybody have any experience with these? I don't. That's why I'm being very, very cautious. I'm using 2 sets of tongs.
Ian's jealous.
Ian,
I'm guessing he doesn't have one.
I've got 4. Guess what? I'm keeping them. No, I'm not.
And to have them at that size as well.
These are they're all adult females. And yes, they are well collected. Of course, they are well collected. So, there we go, guys. It's like a cosmetic
Dude.
rickety. Oh, dude.
And I will definitely message you tomorrow.
See you later, Adam. Sorry you couldn't hang out a bit longer just to see these. I don't even know if they're going to move very much. But there we go. This is the Cyclocosmia rickety, also known as the Chinese hourglass spider. The Chinese call it the money trapdoor spider for obvious reasons, that its abdomen butt resembles a coin or something of that ilk, an ancient coin or a seal, grinding disc. What's Jeremy saying? He's owned these before, kind of laid back. Yeah.
Do you know what they remind me of? You know in Blade, when they're draining his blood?
Yep.
Is it Blade 2?
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen those films, but yeah.
As it drops down into the...
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yes, Jeremy, I did think about creating a starter burrow, and I am going to create a little indentation.
Not cheap.
There we go. So basically, I did toy with the idea of putting like cork bark and sphagnum moss, which is what I would normally put in there. But when I did a little bit of research, I just decided to just like leave it because, like, as far as I could tell, it doesn't need. It's not going to use cork bark. It's not going to use sphagnum moss. It's just going to dig a deep burrow and make a trapdoor, and that's it. So there's no point.
All of that stuff would just be for your pleasure, wouldn't it?
There's no point in putting anything else in there. I was a bit unsure what sort of enclosure to put it in, to be honest, but I settled on these 2. I've got two of these, and then I've got some cheaper versions. They're the ones I'm going to sell. I haven't decided yet, Anton. I need to do some. I need to do my maths and work out exactly how much I'm going to sell them for. But there are going to be 2 available. But I've got to tell you, you won't get much change out of 90 quid. I haven't quite decided exactly how much they're going to be. I'm not going to worry now. I've watched a couple of videos, Jeremy, and the one thing that I did realise is that
Oh, these are chavs, aren't they? They've got to be chavs.
yes, they do take a little bit of time to make their burrow, and so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I mean, I am tempted to just leave it resting on the tissue and let it just do its own thing. I am tempted just to see if we can get it to move. There you go. Moved its little leg, so at least I know it's alive.
All it needs is a Burberry hat now.
I mean, could it be any more chilled? So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the others out.
So is it hard, that?
Is it what, sorry?
It is. The actual Oreo bit.
Is it hard, did you say?
I'm guessing
It
it's
is,
hard.
yes, because, interestingly, they actually use it to
In its spiders. In it mush.
in its spiders. Yes, they so they use that they use the coin butt area to plug the hole. So they do build their own trapdoor made out of like substrate and silk, obviously, which they use. But they also have a method of hunting and also to guard the entrance of the trapdoor. They basically lie with their butt, with the coin sealing the hole.
Which would explain why it has that little lip then, won't it?
Yeah, and basically they use that to not only to prevent predators from entering the hole, but also it's like a plate, pressure plate. So if any insects crawl over it, what they do is they lower their abdomen, the coin, just enough for the insect to fall into the hole down the crack, and then they snaffle it up that way. So that's really cool. Apparently, the process in which their disc is used to plug the opening of the burrow to protect the predators is called phragmosis. PH, not F. So phragmosis.
Throwing grenades in.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, apparently these are only distributed in China, in a variety of provinces of China, usually southern China, because the warmer climate is more suited to them. But apparently, they have found them in Sichuan, which is one of the northern provinces, and the one that they found there, apparently a farmer thought he'd discovered an old coin, and when he went to pick it up, it was this, and obviously he crapped himself, but yeah, and that's when they first discovered that this species was as far north as Sichuan. So apparently in those northern territories, it gets down to about 12, 13 degrees. So this species obviously can adapt to survive at those lower temperatures as well.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. They're all females, Anton.
They're all females, Anton. They're all wild collected, I'm afraid.
So does that mean potential drop of a sack? Dare I say it?
Well,
is it always there, that potential then?
Your guess is as good as mine, but yes, nobody really. I don't think anybody knows. I asked Emil. And he was just like, "Your guess is as good as mine, mate."
Good old Emil.
So there you go. So there we have another one. Look, do you know what? You can't see it very well from your angle because the light's not that great, but they've actually got a really beautiful, like, rusty red hue to them. So they're the carapace and the front and the legs are like really dark chocolate brown when you see it properly. I know it looks black from your vantage point, but it's actually more like a brown. But the side of the coin, the side of the abdomen, is it's actually a really good, gorgeous, rusty red kind of, like a really rich chocolate brown sort of colour. It's really nice.
So you can understand why that guy thought it was a coin.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to get the camera out in a minute. I am going to get the camera out in a sec so we can have a proper look at these. I just wanted to get them out first. So if any of them, like, just so there's more chance of, like, the ones that I got out first might start moving around at some point. Just gonna...
It's like, just leave me alone.
No, I'm not leaving you alone.
I don't want to go to school today.
I'm not leaving you alone. There we go. So, did you?
When you're trying to rehouse a Brachypelma, that they're just like, no.
No. I mean, I bet I could roll it over like a cow at night.
I bet you could. Jeremy won't kid him when he said they're pretty chilled.
So I'm going to get them all out, guys, but do not worry. I am going to get Criticam out as soon as we've sorted this out. It's all right. There is some Stegman moss in that other one because, like I said, I did. So these ones are just going in some plastic tubs because these are the two that I'm going to sell on. So I hope everybody is impressed with the little secret. I hope it was acceptable. I didn't big it up too much, and you're all disappointed.
I can't wait to come back
they're
down.
kind of doing the rounds a little bit at the moment, aren't they? This species. A few people have got them, and I know that Chris got one from Scana Exotics. I think he got one a little while back, didn't he? So
yeah. I think Ian was saying earlier that they used to be fairly cheap and freely available. Not anymore, though.
No.
So I wonder if before, when they were cheap and readily available, there might have been a bit more success in some breeding.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it takes one person to crack it, done it, and then a load of offspring be available.
Yeah. I think,
and then disappear again because nobody else has been able to do it since.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, unfortunately, there are people in the hobby who just get wild collected stuff. They drop an egg sac and then they just go around saying it's their own breeding. So, you just never know, do you, whether they actually ever even been bred in captivity, or is it just people who have been lucky enough to
get an adult female in it,
and then and then just like get some that way. So there you go, it's official. They are really cool because Claire's Jay says so, and he couldn't give two hoots about inverts. So there's a little bit
the sound of it. He's the tech man.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. There we go. Yeah, I bet they are, Jeremy. I bet they look like they've got like a chair stuck to their bum when they're slings. I got some. Like I bet they look like. I bet when they're slings, they look like they've. When kids sit on a bucket and you get stuck to your bum. That's what they look like when they're slings. They just wander around with little buckets stuck to their bums.
What happens if they roll over and they end up like on that flat bit? Because those legs aren't touching the floor from there.
No. All right, well, that guy, I just need to make sure it's alive, because it's not moving at all, this one. It's not even outstretching a leg. Oh, there we go. It just stretched its back leg just out, just a tad. So just wanted to, I just wanted to make sure it was all right. So none of the first two that I've got out have actually moved at all yet, which is actually perfect for Criticam, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a long way from China, man. Just leave me alone. I want to sleep.
It is a long way. Right. Last one. So I've got 4 of these guys. 2 are going to be available for sale. But obviously they do come with a price tag, I'm afraid. I haven't decided how much they're going to be yet, but they're not going to be less than 75 quid. I've got to tell you. Has anybody said anything? Ian says
Anton and me are just talking about snakes at the moment.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
Good.
Jeremy says that the little slings would look like mini Oreos.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Anton says you should touch it with your finger.
Yeah, well, you know what, Anton? I'm not. Look, I might come across a little bit silly, Anton, but I'm not daft. Why do you think I'm using the double tongue method? Because you just never know, man.
I can just hear Anton now. Oh, he blows.
You know what? These aren't all adults. Look at the size of this one compared to those first 2 that I took out.
Yeah.
This is much smaller, and that one. So the two latter ones, I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. But I've just realised that
because that first one was huge.
Yeah, this one I'm going to show you in a minute. But those first 2 are pretty big, so I'm going to keep those first 2 because they look like they could be adults. But these two are actually juveniles by the looks of it. I'll show you a comparison in a minute. But this one is definitely only about 2/3 the size of that first one. So there you go. I want some money back because they were sold as adults. Yeah, well that one's nice and alive as well because I can see its legs moving just a tad.
No, just leave me.
No, I'm not gonna bother it too much. I do just want to see if I can. I mean, it's not a problem leaving the tissue in, obviously, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. Right, I'm just gonna show you the size difference. There you go.
It's a massive difference.
So, significantly different size.
You see, if they grow at a similar sort of rate to tarantulas, then I'd go as far as to say that they could be like sub-adult.
Yeah, you just never know, do you?
But you don't know how much they grow per molt.
There's a quick look. Look how chunky the legs are. I mean, they've got real sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but they've got really chunky legs, man.
They're supposed to all be females, Jeremy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We need to look into this because you never know. That small one could be a male.
Yeah.
I mean, no one does anybody know? Does even Jeremy know what the whether there's any? There is definitely a little bit of difference in the. I think yeah. So the males are about 2 centimeters, and the females are 2.5 to 3 centimeters. So there's definitely like
Maybe.
a 20 to 25% difference in size between males and females. So yeah, that is true as well, Claire. Some species do vary in size from each
Yeah.
individual, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a considerable difference between that one and this one. I know what you're saying. You always get some size variation, but I'll be very surprised if that one
It's a big difference, isn't
I'll
it?
be amazed if that small one that I took out last would be would be at all that sort of difference in size. So
Yeah, I think that's what Mitch meant.
yeah, sorry, did I say centimeter?
3 inch.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's 3 inches is about total length, I think. So, I mean, this one looks a lot smaller because obviously it's all curled up. But yeah, sorry, Ian, that is what I meant. Right, guys, it's time for Criticam. See, it's a good job I didn't mess about with Criticam earlier, isn't it? Because like, look at the time; it's 10 to 11, and you timed it perfectly.
I ain't gonna play it because it'll just wake everyone up. And
No, we'll not
this
bother.
time on a Sunday night when it's school tomorrow.
We're just gonna drift. We're just gonna drift pleasantly into Criticam mode.
We'll just do it chilled like these Ricky.
Just gonna do it.
Maybe the Bob Marley with dreads.
Oops. Right. Let me just make some room for myself, guys. Time for Criticam. Let's do it. We're just going to do it. We're not going to mess about. We've got no frills. We've got no music. We've got none of that. We're just going to crack on. I mean, to be honest, I probably could do with putting the other lens on. This macro lens might be a bit too much. Right, let's have a look at that seal, shall we? Oh my goodness. Right, guys. Let's have a look at that butt. I just need to position the camera better. There it is. I mean, you know, it's what can you say? I mean, it just don't look real, does it?
It don't. It's like a museum artifact.
It's moving. It's moving.
Yeah, because you're taking pictures of it.
It's because of the light. The light. Oh my goodness! Look at that, guys. Oh my god. Oh. It's because I've got the light on it. You know what? It's because I've got the light on it. It's not happy.
Yeah, it's like bugger off.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good question from Anton. Where's it spinnerets?
Well, that I don't know the answer to, because they are actually very, very poor webbers, because obviously they've evolved to catch their prey by building their burrows.
Yeah.
It's definitely come to life since I put the light on it, so I'm not going to hang around too long with the light on it because...
yeah, it's trying to pull tissue over itself, innit?
It's
Red light, red light.
but there we go, guys. At least we got to see it move.
Yeah, I think it is Peter, you know. Hair around the actual aria.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ron,
I was
like
going
eyelashes.
to point that out just before it started moving. But yeah, look at the fine hairs around the rim of the Oreo.
Ian says they have small spinnerets underneath.
Yeah. It's making a
it looks like
beeline
it's ready to
you
molt.
watch. Once it you what? Sorry.
It looks like it's ready to molt. You know where membrane is between.
Yeah.
Carapace.
Yeah. There, look. It's gonna go. It's gonna burrow. So there you go. I wonder if it spotted my little hole that I've provided for it.
They are a bit crab-like, Jeremy. The way that it moves its legs.
Still can't get over that seal. It's going down the hole that I've provided. There we
See,
go.
Jeremy, what do you know?
Yeah, Jeremy. If you wanted to make it go down a hole, put a bloody light on it. It's up with you.
We have ways of making you burrow.
There we go, guys. That's just a classic example of what it will do. So there it is. It's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? Look at that. Look at it.
Oh, cool, man.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave that there for a second while I sit down and have a sweet, because I'm completely dry mouth.
It's almost like, you know, when you have an emblem on a t-shirt and the way the stitching's done.
Oh, dude, you know what we should do? We should get t-shirts with that. I'll do a photo. I'll get a photo.
Yeah.
I'll get a really cool. Right. You've heard it here first. I'm going to get a really cool photo of the emblem, and I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. Who's in? Who wants one? Give me the Oreo Club.
Yeah, you could have that in middle and you can have unseen universe round it.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Vanessa, embroidered logos.
Yeah.
It is literally what it looks like.
That is absolutely amazing, isn't it? It really is. Absolutely beautiful. There you go. Look, Jaden wants one. Ian says he'll have one. Right, we need to get
Claire wants one.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Do you know the problem is though? I need to take the photo before they all disappear. Because once they disappear, I'll never see them again. Yeah, I'm with you, Jeremy. There you go. Jeremy's taking it a step further. Have the eyes and the face on the front, and then have the Oreo on the back.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. The other one's quite lively now. It's all about the light. Just move that one out of the way a little bit. Hang on.
Hey, can I have unseen universe on front and then into the forbidden Oreo? I can't take credit for that bit. Oh, Andy. So it should say forbidden Oreo. But yeah, definitely unseen universe into the forbidden Oreo.
Guys, look at the colours. Look at the colours on the inside of the legs.
That's just way cool.
That is unbelievable. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I'm a little bit breathless. I didn't realise they were going to be so colourful. I thought they were just going to be like a brown, you know, like a dark brown, sort of almost black sort of colour. Hang on, because I've got all the messages on me covering the text. Oops. Yeah, absolutely do. Oh my goodness, look at that. Well, you know what? You say that, Anton, but we didn't actually get a proper look at the inside of its legs, but I don't think they were quite as this vibrant, were they, on the other one?
No, they were darker.
They were definitely darker. So, but this is absolutely stunning. I wish I'd got me, do you know what I need to be doing? I need to be taking a photo. The thing is, it might disappear tomorrow, and I might never see it.
Yeah, get it while you can.
Well, I might never see it again. I just wish I could get take a photo with the macro lens, but I'm using all my macro lenses. Sorry guys, but I'm just taking a photo. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I'm so in love. I'm so happy I bought these. Yes, I did. Do you know what though, dude? I was never really in doubt. As soon as I spotted them, I was like, I'm having these. The only question was, how many am I going to buy? That was the only question I was asking myself. I'm just going to try and get a photo of its Oreo, but
I guess I did backside in water too long and it's gone like a prune.
sorry, I've gone quiet, everyone. I'm trying to get some photos because if I don't get some photos now and I leave them overnight, they're probably going to disappear overnight.
It's oh so quiet.
There we go. Got some photos. See if I can get some. It's just, I mean, the intricacy on the, you know, the abdomen, on the side, you know, the lines. It's just breathtaking, isn't it? Really.
It is, yeah.
I know, Claire. We're all just staring at it. It is absolutely amazing. And do you know what, guys? Make the most of this because seriously, it's once it burrows and it disappears down its hole, I'm never going to see it again. So we're actually getting a real treat here because, you know, people don't tend to see them like this. I watched quite a few videos, today on YouTube trying to gather some like relevant info, and nobody had any footage like this. All the footage that I saw, most of it was just, nothing close up in detail like this.
Yeah. Possibly if some come available, Anton,
going down the
Mitch
hole.
may try and get them.
Going down the hole. Sorry, I'm just trying to position the camera back.
Just a thought here. With you saying earlier that they use their abdomen, the Oreo bit, as like a pressure plate.
The hole. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing. Do you reckon it has those dimples there to collect water?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying yeah. I actually don't know, dude, but yes, it's an interesting thought. You mean
surely that attract any
to attract prey to come and have a drink, thinking it's just a little water drink? Yeah, I mean it very well could be.
It just seems a really strange shape for it to
really
actually
is.
Not have a function.
I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Really, it really is. Just for like nature to produce. I mean, I'm not going to finish that sentence because nature creates fractal patterns all over the place. Like nature is full of intricate, natural fractal patterns and variations of fractals and various, repetitive patterns. They're all over in nature, aren't they? From foliage, animal kingdom, they're everywhere, really. So you just don't usually see it like this on something like this, do you? Really?
No.
Hi, yeah, I can't remember his name. Lewis. Hi, Lewis. I think these two that I've got out at the moment, I think these two might be adult females. I've actually got two more, but they're smaller. But at this point, I don't know whether they're males or just smaller females. I actually don't know because I don't actually know what a male looks like. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, if we've got a male anywhere. I'm just going to get a quick photo of the Oreo butt because I've not got a clear photo. Oh, actually, it's gone down a little bit further, hasn't it? So there you go, guys. Honestly, we could all just stare at this all night, couldn't we, really? Oh, is yours a different species, Lewis? Which one's yours, then? Because there are quite a few knocking around. So there it is, down there, look. Hiding away. I expect they'll fully disappear by tomorrow, but I don't know. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at the other two if they're out, because there might be some obvious differences, between them if they are males, especially if they're adult males. You know what I mean? I mean, I assume they'll have the bulbous pedipalps. Yeah. So right, I'm going to put these away now because I've been shining the light on them for long enough. It's not fair. I'm going to put them down here in a little bit of shade. I'm going to put them down here next to the phalanx. There we go. Let's have a quick look at these other two that were a little bit smaller.
11 as well. Time check.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look at these smaller ones and then I'm going to wrap things up. I'm just curious to see if there's any obvious similarities or differences. Just looks the same, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. That dimple in its carapace is like so different to a tarantula's as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
More like a horned baboon.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. All right, Anton, take care, mate. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Thank you. It's been really nice having you over. I hope you continue to join us. Should be back again on Wednesday, my friend. So keep a lookout for that. And yeah, take care, man. Thank you. Yeah, I think this one is very similar.
How many eyes do they have?
That I don't know, but I guess I just assumed it was the usual number.
Not everything has 8.
No, I know. I know. It's one of those assumptions people make, and it's actually
It is, yeah.
But so I actually don't know. But there seems to be quite a lot on the.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking, because obviously it's you might be able to see slightly clearer.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I can't because the light's not great, and I'm a bit reluctant to shine light directly on it too much, just because obviously I know. I mean,
The way they are, it's almost like there's 3 sets.
Yeah, but they all look like they're all clustered in that same position, don't they?
Yeah.
So, Wendy, where have you been? We've nearly done. Hi, Wendy. Thank you. Better late than never, eh? Thank you so much for tuning in. You have missed some actual amazing footage of these guys. Here we go. You might be in for a treat because this one might start moving. But I'm going to show you the Oreo back just because you've only just tuned in and you missed. There it is, look. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it just looks the same, doesn't it? It just looks like a smaller version of the others. I can't see any obvious differences. So you can see, look, it's got those like nodules around the sides, behind and at the side of the eye, the 2 top eyes.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're actual eyes, I don't really know. Not without getting a little bit closer in. Let's see if I can just.
Night, Vanessa.
Night, Vanessa. Thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. I know sometimes it's quite hard work, so I really appreciate you staying. Right, I've got a bit closer in. I'm just going to see if I can get a closer look at its eyes. Yeah, it's definitely got a couple of extra sets of eyes on the top there.
Yeah.
But they almost look. Do you know what? Because it's spent because it's evolved to be a trapdoor spider. I just wonder because obviously it doesn't need its eyes. So
yeah, almost like those cave spiders.
Those are all the little nodules around the sides and the back of the of its eyes. I reckon they're just becoming more and more redundant. Over the over thousands of years. They're just
Yeah.
becoming redundant, so they're almost like disappearing.
They could become more like with scorpions, like almost like light sensors rather than sight.
I imagine they are, but look how tiny the median eyes are. The top eyes, sorry, are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Because obviously they don't really need their eyes, not too much, because they're just.
No.
And also, I actually read as well that these are mainly found in caves. So in their natural habitat in China, in the various provinces of China, they're actually mainly only found in caves. So not only are they living underground, they're actually living in caves as well.
So there's every chance that over time they are going to come like those cave spiders, where
Yeah,
the eyes
exactly.
just go completely. See you later, Lewis.
See you, Lewis. Thanks for coming by, man. There we go. There we go, Wendy. There's a clearer look at its butt, the coin or the seal. Fantastic. It's just fascinating, isn't it? It's just absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
It's making a beeline for that hole, look. But I still can't get over the intricate kind of. Well, I want to say design, but obviously, I don't mean it design in the sense of it being designed. But you just look at it. It's unbelievable. Does it look like a smiley face, or is it just me?
Oh, it does look like a smiley face, like tribal sort of.
Yeah, like it belongs on a totem pole or something.
Yeah, or like when you see like Polynesian tattoos or Maori tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely got that kind of vibe going on for it.
They're so cool.
It is very cool. I'm going to try and get another photo. By the way, Gav, I meant to tell you, Arthur seems to really love his Rubik's Cube.
Does it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll tell you about it later. Right, I've just got an opportunity to get a nice clear photo here, so I'm going to take it.
And I love that game. Crash Bandicoot.
Brilliant. I've managed to get a really cool photo of its coin. Brilliant. I was a bit worried I wasn't going to get it, like a proper clear photo, but I've got it. We are good to go. The only thing I don't have is a clear photo of its face, but I could maybe poach something from somewhere else.
You may be able to grab a still from this.
Yeah. There we go, guys. Look at that. So it's doing exactly what it does, what I've read about that it does when we were talking about earlier, where it just uses its butt to plug the hole. I mean, eventually, what it'll do is it'll bring the soil in around itself, to make a snug hole for it to fit perfectly. But look at it, guys. Look at it. Honestly, I could just stare at it all night. But I think we're gonna have to call it a night. Right, guys. I'm going to call it a night because it's a school night. I've got a lot of orders to deal with in the morning and tomorrow, and I need to go. So I think we're going to leave it at that. Oh my goodness. Another amazing episode.
I'm speechless with them.
I'm just going
to
move that. You like them, Gav?
Yeah, but as always, I have questions now.
Of course you do. I expect no less. We've got so many cool things, man, that we need to go back and look at in more detail, armed with a bit more knowledge.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely. We need
Definitely.
to rather because we're starting to get a little bit overwhelmed with so many cool things now. We need to make another list. We need to make another list, and we need to make sure that we go back before before there's too many and we get too overwhelmed with worrying about there's too many now. We can't keep That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we so like I was saying, guys, with the on Friday when I was talking about how I'm going to return to the Dinopus once I've got the once they've all got started making their nets, casting their nets, I'm going to line them all up and try and do some live streaming feeding videos. I'm going to do the same with these trapdoors. I'm going to wait until they're well established, till they've got a working, functional trapdoor system going on, so I know that they are taking the prey and they're everything's working perfectly the way it should. And then what I'm hoping to do is do some live stream feeding videos. We could do like a whole bunch of, because I really want to start doing some live streams with some feeding videos as well, because we've got so many cool things in the shed now that we could just do a whole live stream of just like I could just line up several species and just do
Yeah, definitely.
really cool feeding videos and get Critter Cam out, show the actual feeding and things like that. And,
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
Like you say, there's the netcasters.
Yeah, exactly.
Which will be a unique way of catching its prey. Then we've got the rickety that's going to obviously have a unique way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, wow. What an absolutely amazing species. So, let's wrap things up, guys. I think we've got a couple of people saying good night. Wendy's off. Thanks, Wendy. I know you came in late, but honestly, go back.
She said that she's going to go back.
Go back and have a look at some of the amazing footage of that Cyclocosmia. I think that's right. Cyclocosmia, I think that is. Anyway, Chinese hourglass spider, or the money trapdoor spider is what they go as. So go back. We've got some absolutely beautiful footage of those. That's the only time I've had Critter Cam out tonight, because I knew I was going to be pushed for time, so I didn't want to get Critter Cam out on all those other slings, which we can come back to those another time maybe. So I think Mandy's going, so good night, Mandy. Thank you so much. And I think I'm just going to say I'm going to wrap things up. So thank you to everybody in the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing that you guys keep coming and spending your evenings with us, and we just keep trying to show you really cool and interesting stuff, man, and that's what we're here for. And we're just going to keep doing that. Still got more things lined up. Honestly, it's all good. It's all good stuff. So thank you, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you to Gav. Cheers, my friend.
Catch you all later.
Thank you. Gav says goodbye, and thank you, Stephanie. Hall monitor. I don't know if she's there still, but
she had to go do tills.
Gone off. But anyway, thank you to Steph, of course. And thank you to everybody in the stream and in the chat. Thank you, guys. You all make it what it is. You all chip in. We've got this big, happy family, and me and Gav are really, really grateful that you're coming along. And really, we're all getting to know each other, and it's fantastic. So anyway, thank you, guys, so much for that. Next stream, hopefully, will be Wednesday, but things may move around a little bit again because we've got the big show coming up. Doncaster show on Sunday. Next Sunday, it's Doncaster show, the IHS. It's going to be very busy. It's always busy. It's the last show at Doncaster. So if you have never been to Doncaster Racecourse Show, this is your last opportunity. Seriously, guys, it's been there for 20 years. The IHS show has been at Doncaster for 20 whole years. Just think about that. That's been there longer than most of the shows have been in existence. Only BTS is longer. So there you go, guys. If you want to go to the iconic IHS show at Doncaster, it's your last opportunity on Sunday. Go forth, go to the show. I'll be there. Gav will be there. Unseen Universe will be there. All the spiders that you've seen over the last few weeks and months will be there. We've got 20 odd species of slings. We've got the net casting spiders. I am taking 2 of these Chinese hourglass spiders. I've got a whole bunch of scorpions. We've got absolutely loads and awesome stock going to Doncaster. That's reason enough by itself, right?
Yeah, some real treats.
See what we've got. So there you go. That's Doncaster IHS. We're going to talk about Doncaster again on Wednesday when I do the stream next. So we'll do that. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We love you. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And take care. Have a great week. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Woo.